Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. Today we celebrate Thanksgiving with the East Brunswick Senior Center as they hold their 40th annual party full of great food, friends, and fun. Then we head to the East Brunswick Public Library where Civil War historian Martin Mosho held a program talking about the roles of women in the Civil War. Mayor David Stahl brings us a new business spotlight from Kaye Lynn Dance Studio at their new East Brunswick location and talks about a great program they offer for children and young adults with special needs. All this, plus we have information about an upcoming job fair at the library, and we see what the library has planned for Technology Week coming up in December. So stay with us. This Week in East Brunswick starts now.
Hi, I'm Sharon Riley Morosi, Assistant Director for the East Brunswick Department on Aging, and this is the Voice of Experience. Today we are at the Senior Center celebrating Thanksgiving. It is our annual Thanksgiving luncheon, probably our 40th, as we have been celebrating 40 years of services for seniors in East Brunswick this past year. Entertainment is provided by DJ Mel, courtesy of the Friends of the East Brunswick Senior Center, and we are grateful to them for that. If you're an East Brunswick resident over the age of 60 and you haven't found your way to the Senior Center yet, please do so. Especially as the holidays approach, it is so important to stay connected, and there are so many ways for you to be connected here at the Senior Center. Come and join us. If you would like information, you can call us at 732-390-6896. And please remember, the East Brunswick Department on Aging is here to help you and yours age successfully.
My name is Martin Mosho. I've been studying the American Civil War for over 60 years. During the course of my studies, One thing became apparent almost immediately, which is that the women went to war in great numbers between 1861 and 65. They made enormous contributions in the American Civil War, but the problem is nobody seems to know about it. And the enormity of their accomplishments is not that well known. What I've done is I put together a 1-hour program which documents the totality of their accomplishments and how they contributed to the war's victory, serving as nurses, as aides, and believe it or not, between 400 and 750 of them actually went to war as a combatant. They fought in several battles. And this program reveals all that. And it'll document what it is they did and how they did it, and how they lied to get into the Army to fight as a soldier, and how they saved so many Union soldiers under great risk. So it's a program of 1 hour. I hope you enjoy it, and hopefully it'll answer a lot of questions or provide information that most people don't know anything about. When you go visit Civil War battlefields, no matter where you go, Pennsylvania or Virginia or Kentucky, wherever, you're going to see statues of men everywhere and monuments to men. You go to Gettysburg, you see monuments to men, but you seldom see any of women. And you do see, there's very few of them. There's one here in Boston, Massachusetts. There's another one in Galesburg, Illinois, which was made for Mary Bickerdike. She was known as Mother Bickerdike during that particular era. These were nurses. They did incredible things. The statues look alike, but there's two separate ones. There's also a statue for nuns. 8 different orders of nuns served in the Civil War as nurses, and it's important to note that more than half of these women, certainly the nuns, they refused to take a dime. They worked for free. Women were also running their husbands' businesses, and they found clerical or administrative jobs. And skills they developed would enhance their equal activities after the war, because now the Civil War is a training ground for these women. They're learning how to become better administrators. Now, of course, even before the war started, there were women who did administrative work. They helped their husbands, some were working. But now the Civil War provides an opportunity for them to expand their presence in the workforce. Lower income women found work in factories making uniforms, munitions, and military supplies. And in fact, many participated in the 1863 New York City draft riots. We're going to get into that in a few minutes. I want to talk about nurses for a moment, one of my favorite subjects because my wife's a nurse. Large numbers of women became nurses. At first, only men were returned as nurses. Now you may think, if you're thinking like a person 2050, well that's discrimination. Well, not so fast. It's 1861, 1865. The reason why women were not wanted as nurses was because it was considered unseemly for a woman to see a man without his clothes on who wasn't her husband or infant son. Again, the cult of domesticity. They're not exposed to all this. There's no radio, there's no TV, there's no internet. Women they don't see men without their clothes on unless it's their own husbands. So, however, as the casualties mounted up, by 1862, 63, there's thousands and thousands of men going into the hospitals for treatment, so they start taking women. They simply needed that. All right, Clara Barton on the Union side was known as the angel of the battlefield. And she was an ardent abolitionist and a suffragette. She worked as a nurse in the combat zone. In fact, she was caring for the wounded. She delivered supplies. She even went into the actual battles while they were still going on. Would take a wounded soldier, put him on a wagon, and bring him back. A bullet during the battle actually went through her clothes, but thank God it didn't hurt her. Just went through her dress. She was a remarkable woman. Now, I said there's no woman in this room is eligible to be a nurse, and here's the reason why. They only wanted ugly women. There's no ugly women here. They only see attractive ones. However, about 3 women volunteered as nurses, worked as nurses if they met the following requirements. They had to be past 30 years of age. Well, some of you would qualify. They had to be plain, almost to repulsion in dress, and devoid of personal attractions. Also, you had to be responsible maternal volunteers who would not distract troops or behave in unseemly or unfeminine ways. So ladies, you have to behave yourselves. But actually, all kidding aside, there was a reason why they had this thing, and it made sense. What they didn't want was young, flirty girls coming in, and because there was a lot of young men in there. You can't be exposed to those kinds of horrible sights that you saw, men without limbs and horrible facial wounds, whatever. It's going to change you. You can't see something like that and be the same for the rest of your life. It's going to have an effect on you. The kind of women they attracted accepted this role, and they did a beautiful job.
Hi, it's Mayor David Stahl with another edition of Business Spotlight. We're up with Rob and Kaye of Kaye Lynn Dance Studio at 591 Cranberry Road, underneath the Chase Bank up here at 591 Cranberry Road. Beautiful brand new location. Robin, why don't you tell us about some of the past history of Kaye Lynn Dance Studios?
Okay. Well, we're celebrating 60 years this year in business. My mom created the business 60 years ago. It's 3 generations of dance, me, my daughter, and my mom. We've been in Middlesex County forever. Our other locations are in Edison and Milltown. Now we'll be located in East Brunswick, right here in the heart of East Brunswick. What makes us a little bit different than every other dancing school is that we are a non-recital dancing school, which means at the end of the year, we perform a great end-of-the-year show without the cost of, costumes and heavy-duty tickets and big things. So we do a very informal dance demonstration, which is why the kids can learn throughout the whole year and not worry about learning just one dance for a big performance at the end of the year.
I'm sure that, the students that you have that are learning welcome that. I can tell you as a parent, I probably welcome that, having gone through it before.
I think that the fathers absolutely love it, but it's worked really well for us. We do a lot of competitions. We have a great dance company called Encore Ensemble Dance Company. They perform approximately 3 to 4 competitions a year, and they're very, very strong dancers.
What do you notice is the difference? Obviously, you teach many different age groups here. How does that in terms of instructing the little ones all the way up to the more talented students?
My favorite's the babies, and the second favorite's the adults. So I have about 12 teachers in between that teach a lot of the competitive students, but I love to see them start here when they're 3 and graduate right through the dancing school and then go on to be professional dancers, which several of our students have done that.
You indicated that you have other locations in Middlesex, but you finally decided that East Brunswick is the right place to be.
My kids were raised here, so.
So what was the motivation for opening up your brand new, beautiful studio here in East Brunswick?
I think we've been growing, and the place we're in now in Milltown is too small for us, so we've outgrown it. I've partnered with a special needs company, and we've been doing a great thing called Buddy Dance. So Buddy Dance, I created in 2008. I started teaching a little girl named Abigail. She had Down syndrome, and her mom wanted her in a class, and I said, sure, I'd bring her in. And she started to run all around and not really focus. So I said to Mom, I don't think it's going to work. However, I have an idea. Let's bring a friend in, and we'll have a little buddy dance. And she thought that was great. She told a friend who told another friend. Before you knew it, I had 4 little students with 4 of my students who helped them along the way, give them a little bit of encouragement, made them come out of class each week feeling that they really accomplished something rather than them feeling that they couldn't do something. So this was a real great way to get the kids involved, my regular students, get them involved with kids, who had some special needs. And before you knew it, we were doing special needs day, classes all day long with kids with autism, with Asperger's. I teach a few children with cerebral palsy. So it makes me feel really good. It's teaching a lot of my students to feel really good.
Is it the type of studio that you can join at any time, or is there specific times that you need to join up?
Well, what's great about here is that we don't do recitals. So if you decide after soccer you want to do dance now, we probably have some great classes that the kids can still join.
If you remember back, Lynn Swan, a tremendous wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers, he did yoga in the off season. So in essence, dance would be a good way for our athletes to continue cross-training.
J.P. Stevens High School, I taught that football team how to stretch. So I know it's great for guys. Hip-hop's becoming really a big thing for guys. Disney Channel has all the, boys and girls on it. So, I think boys are starting to come out of it.
Talking about hip-hop and some of the things, what are the type of dances that you teach?
Okay, we start with bouncing babies, which is with the moms, 18 months and up. Go to toddler ballet, tap, jazz, hip-hop, lyrical, a little bit of tumbling and acro, cheer dance, and, of course, our great buddy dance program.
Is there anything that you think that's new on the horizon in terms of some of the classes you might offer?
Yes, parents are asking for a lot of salsa and ballroom. We also do Zumba for kids and Zumba for teens. There's a lot of times kids don't want to go to dance, but they want to do something fun and active. So we're offering like Zumba fitness classes. And along with all the dance classes, our company Reach that we're working with is going to be offering play groups, social groups, arts and crafts, all kinds of sensory science and fun activities for the kids to do.
Let's go into more detail with your partner, which is called Reach.
Okay, her name is Stephanie. Stephanie, she has been working with kids with all kinds of special needs and adults. So it's not just kids, it's adults too, forever. And somebody introduced us a few years ago and said, Robin's got a great studio. And she helps with donations, and so it's a nonprofit. So they do a lot of work where they raise a lot of money to try to help kids who can't, afford things like dance lessons and extracurricular activities such as music and science to be able to afford to do these kind of things.
Well, your studio is beautiful, and I can see that you've got many creative, very innovative type programs here, so I congratulate you on that. What's a phone number people can reach you at?
Oh, they can reach me at 732-406-2074. You may text me that number because that's my cell, or 732-307-7719 is our main office number.
And what hours are you available to be contacted?
Well, I work at all three studios, so leave your message. I'll get back to you. We have, like I said, like about 13, 14 teachers here, so we're all traveling all from studio to studio. But you could always find me. I'm the owner who teaches, does the books, cleans the bathrooms, and anything else.
And most importantly, make your students happy.
That's the most important thing. And I think we're going to have a few of the kids talk to you, so you'll see the energy. So follow us that way.
So, Serena, how do you like dancing here at Kaye Lynn Studios?
I really love it. I get to spend time with friends and shake it out.
Let's see that shake out again.
I love to shake it out, shake it off.
We saw a group of girls and some boys as well with special needs, and then buddying up with some of the other kids and young adults. And they have just integrated so beautifully. And these young ladies have learned poise, they've seen increased confidence, they feel accomplished, they participated in a dance demo, and it's just done wonders for their self-esteem, their sense of teamwork, and it's just a beautiful way to bring dancers together.
And what do you find rewarding as an instructor here?
Oh my God, what don't I find rewarding? Sharing my passion with everyone. I just love sharing dance. It has brought so much joy and has been a positive impact to me, and I just want everyone to dance and love life.
But you enjoy all your dancing up here at Kaye Lynn?
Well,
thank-
love it. It's a godsend.
It's a constant.
Well, thank you.
And I love Miss Robin more than anything.
I'm Allison, and not only do I love dancing and being a buddy, we all love it, and it's just an awesome experience for us. Lord, who do you like dancing to? Be like One Direction, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. My name's Rachel, and I think that Buddy Dance is a really good program because it helps all these girls and even us with our self-esteem, and it's a good feeling to help out.
That's great.
My name is Lily, and I just like all the girls because they're all so friendly, and it's really fun to get to know all of them.
Well, I want to thank each one of you, particularly the Buddy Pals, so to speak, for helping out Robin with her program. I think it's tremendous that at such a young age you're learning how important it is to give back to others in our community. So I want to thank each and every one of you. Look, if you haven't seen enough of this Kaye Lynn Studios during this business spotlight, you certainly should know this is a special place. If you're interested in dance, or you're interested in that off-season training, I would encourage you to give Robin a call at Kaye Lynn Dance Studios at 591 Cranberry Road, and I'm sure you're going to find that you're going to be in for a very rewarding, unique experience. And again, thanks for watching.
We love Kaye Lynn Dance Studios!
Hello, I'm Karen Parry, Manager of Information Services at the East Brunswick Public Library. I'm joined today by Assemblywoman Nancy Pinkin. Nancy's also from East Brunswick. Welcome, Assemblywoman.
Thank
and
you.
We're here to talk today about a regional job fair that will be happening at the library on Tuesday, December 1st. So Assemblywoman, could you please tell me a little bit about what is the purpose of the job fair, who will be there, and what is the role that you hope to accomplish from the job fair?
Well, number one, we want to be sure that people are able to have a job. I mean, if you're going to prosper and be able to take care of your family, the most important thing is having some means of supporting them. So, you know, the economy, we went through a period where it was very difficult. Many people were having difficulty getting jobs, and the library actually was able to deal with that by coming up with ways to not only help their own budget, but to help people in the public by having economic development programs and having the business center and being involved with businesses in the community and with people that were looking for jobs to come in and get resumes and have them critiqued and get services to help individuals to get a job. So we thought we would parlay our ability to bring people together and have a job fair and combine that with the library, since you're already doing the business development and the work with the individuals to get resumes and to get assistance with how best to apply for a job and to have the skills to be successful at getting a job. So we're fortunate to be able to now have the attention to get to it. It takes a lot of time and staff to organize it. We're working with the chambers, the regional Middlesex County Regional Chamber and some of the other chambers. I'd like to also bring in some of the diversity chambers. We have an Asian chamber, so we have a number of chambers that are culturally based as well. And so I like to leverage all groups together so that we can have a greater outcome whenever I can, and this seems like the perfect opportunity to do that. But our bottom goal is to make sure people are employed. You know, we have young people coming out of college. Many of them have a lot of debt. They don't have the ability to get a good enough job to not only sustain themselves, but to pay off their debt. And we have people that are at the end of the spectrum where maybe they're, you know, a little bit later in their career, late 40s, 50s, or even 60s, that have been downsized because of their skills, but yet they have a lot to offer and they still need to sustain themselves and their family. So, you know, all of these different groups are the groups that anything we can do to boost their ability to get a job, we're happy to try to do that.
That sounds like such a beneficial program to the community. Please tell me a little bit about who will be participating and from what industries.
Well, this is going to cover a diverse employer group, so it will be, you know, there's a lot of jobs in healthcare right now, so it will include JFK Medical Center. I believe it will include some of the home health. Lorelli is an employment agency. It will include them. Eden Autism Program will also have a booth there. We will have some utility companies. Most people think of utilities as really good jobs, so we do have South Jersey Gas and a number of other utilities that will be participating. We will also have somebody from Rutgers University with the Small Business Development Program will also be participating. We've been trying to do more with Rutgers just because it's a great asset for Middlesex County. So any way we can pull them into the business community to benefit our residents, we're trying to work with them on that. We also have Bright Horizons, the daycare center, Rutgers University Extension School, and any businesses that want to participate, there's no fee for them. There's no fee for the individuals that are looking for a job. This is totally free on all ends. It's just really bringing together the resources. Any businesses that want to sign up and have those jobs that people are looking for that they can't find somebody to do, we would like them to reach out to our office as well.
That's great. Nancy, so there's no cost to attend and no cost for potential employers to attend?
Right, there's no cost at all.
And let me just ask you one other question. Where can people find out more about this exciting job fair?
Well, they can contact my legislative office. Our number is 732-548-1406. They could look it up online, and I think the number is going to be on the bottom of the screen today, but they can contact our office. We'll be happy to help them, whether they're a vendor, if there's somebody who wants to, you know, I hear all the time people, I think even in East Brunswick Township, they were looking for a mechanic for a long time, and people think there are no jobs, but there are jobs out there, but we just have not connected the people with the jobs. So, you know, it just really helps people to come together to have that opportunity.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and I hope the community will all come out on Tuesday, December 1st for the job fair.
And by the way, I want to say that you don't have to be from East Brunswick to come to the job or to be an employer participating.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Assemblywoman.
Thank you.
Do you want to learn more about technology and experience it hands-on? The library is holding a Technology Week from December 6th through 12th with programs for all ages. On Sunday, December 6th at 2 p.m., Mr. Chaim Cohen from East Brunswick High School will demonstrate how to safely use a personal drone. On Tuesday, December 8th at 7 p.m., award-winning filmmaker Zach Morrison will teach you how to create a feature film using your mobile devices. Registration is required. On Thursday, December 10th at 6 p.m., drop in the EBPL Media Lab and ask any questions about Final Cut Pro X and learn the basics of using a green screen with chroma key compositing. Or just come and use the green screen and mobile tripods to create your own video. You must bring your own mobile device. On Friday, December 11th at 5 p.m., the library and the high school's Code Club will hold their second annual Hour of Code Academy for Teens. From 3D printers to Google Cardboard to Arduino, immerse yourself in emerging technologies. Registration is required. On Saturday, December 12th at 2 and 3:30 p.m., kids ages 6 to 12 can attend a LEGO Star Wars workshop. Registration is required. For the full schedule of events, please visit ebpl.org/calendar. See you then.